Coming up on UT 10 News, a look at the resources UT offers to victims of sexual assault and violence.
And we'll also take you inside a new pizza place that brings a slice of the Big Apple to the Glass City.
Plus, Alyssa Norden was at Savage Arena as the Rockets took on the Northern Illinois Huskies. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marla Goatee.
And I'm Kaylee Loofbro. Last week, UT 10 News brought you a story that reported the significant rise in sexual assault incidents on campus between 2017 and 2018.
This week, I looked into what resources are available to students who may be victims. The University of Toledo's Center for Student Advocacy and Wellness provides resources to students, faculty, and staff who are victims of sexual assault or violence. The center's services include accompanying victims to court, helping them file a report, counseling, and more. Advocates assure victims that all information provided is confidential and that the center's goal is to help them understand their rights.
A lot of the times the court system is very intimidating, so it's just helpful to have somebody there who's in your corner, and if you're confused or if you need to talk to someone, the advocate can connect you and make sure that you're up to speed.
The center is located in the College of Health and Human Services in room 3017. To learn more about the Center for Student Advocacy and Wellness, please visit ut10news.com.
Marla, it's great to hear about the different resources the center and its advocates are providing for students.
Yes, Kaylee, and there will also be a support group for students that are victims, and that is free and confidential as well.
Each semester, UT students can receive legal services for just $10. Licensed attorneys are available to consult, represent, and refer Monday through Friday in room 3504 in the Student Union. The general practice can assist in legal matters including consumer, housing, and traffic. However, paralegal Tressa Anderson says 30% of students opt to waive the fee, becoming ineligible for services.
As a struggling college student, financials sometimes just get the best of us, and I saw a free $20 to save.
Students have until the end of the ad drop period to waive the legal fee through My UT portal. A new proposal in the Senate could automatically withdraw up to 10% of your income to pay off your student debts.
UT 10's Bailey Lustig looks into the impact this will have on current students and recent graduates.
With Americans owing $1.5 trillion in student debt, Senator Lamar Alexander hopes to automate loan repayment. His federal proposal would force employers to withhold up to 10% of graduates' wages and send the funds directly to the government. Some see this as overly intrusive and unnecessary.
Just taking it out of my paycheck, that's not okay. That's my money. I should be able to do what I want with it, and he should have no say.
Others have concerns about being forced to pay more than they can afford.
After I get out of college, I don't have to be worrying about right away if I'm going to have enough money to, pay rent or something.
The bill will have to be passed through both the Senate and House of Representatives before it can be signed into law. So while students may be concerned, their paycheck is safe for the time being. I'm Bailey Lustig, UT 10 News.
Last Thursday in Carlson Library, faculty gathered to talk about riding the feminist wave. Featured speakers discussed their research, which focused on feminist topics in the media. Topics included abortion, misconceptions, as well as the coverage and impact of the women's marches held the past few years.
Movement, can it gain traction and continue to gain momentum? Or has this activism movement completely lost steam after only 2 years?
Female undergrad students are also encouraged to submit their application for the University Women's Commission Scholarship by March 13th.
About 2% of school-aged children are diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, according to the Center for Disease Control. That's why Project I Am is hosting the 12th annual Acoustics for Autism fundraiser at the Village Idiot in Maumee. Over 60 local bands will take the stage on March 3rd at the all-day free event. Last year, $50,000 was raised to help local families.
Whatever they are requesting, be it a service dog, an iPad, a certain class, whatever they need to benefit them that insurance would not normally provide.
Proceeds have helped over 300 families in the Toledo area. The revitalization of Bancroft continues.
And students have a new place to chow down on gourmet pizza. UT 10's Reed Teetsworth has more.
The Stubborn Brothers, located roughly 100 yards west of UT's famous clock tower, and opened its doors to the public in December. The pizzeria is owned by John and Gabrielle Mancy, and this edition expands the Mancy family's long history of culinary excellence in Toledo.
And Stubborn Brother is no exception to that. Head chef Alessio Carabetta, who hails from Rome, combines the freshest local ingredients along with the best water to create a delicious pizza.
What we've been able to do is take the local Toledo water and, again, filter it, reformulate it so what comes out is going to match the characteristics of New York City tap water for better pizza.
While some are excited about the pizza, others are happy that UT students finally have a true restaurant.
There was a need in the University of Toledo for restaurants for kids to come and hang out, whether it's a lunch, a dinner, or even late night.
Reporting from the Stubborn Brother on Bancroft Street, I'm Reed Teetsorth, UT 10 News.
Students at UT are getting a true hands-on experience with the worldwide leader in sports.
UT 10's Sean Hale takes us behind the scenes of the live sports production class.
For almost 4 years, students who sign up for live sports production are signing up for a class. That's more like a job. From setup to teardown, students are involved in every aspect of the university's ESPN productions. John Eidemiller, executive producer and instructor of the class, says that since they began in 2015, students have produced over 200 events for ESPN.
Those students in the class do all of the work on the production. We're giving students the opportunity to get that experience, and while most of them aren't getting paid, they're getting class credit to get outside of the classroom and actually learn in a real-world environment.
Since 2015, the UT ESPN production truck has been helping students gain real-world experience before graduation, better preparing them for jobs outside of the university. From the UT ESPN production truck, I'm Sean Hale, UT 10 News.
I'm Alyssa Norden, and this is your UT 10 Sports Report. We take a look at one Toledo basketball player that has made an impact on this year's success. But first, the men's basketball team battled to put the Huskies back in the kennel Saturday night. Fans gathered at Savage Arena for a West Division showdown as the Rockets continued MAC play. Northern Illinois jumped out to a 6-0 run with help from this dunk from Dante Thorpe. On the next possession, Toledo's Willie Jackson takes it to the rack and kisses it off the backboard to get the Rockets on the board 5 minutes into the contest. Later in the first, Eugene German splits the weak Rocket defense and finds the basket, giving the Huskies a 23-21 lead at halftime. To the second, Toledo looked for its first lead of the game with a big three-point shot from Nate Navigato as he led the Midnight Blue and Gold with 21 points. After giving the lead back to the Huskies, a scrum broke out that shifted the momentum into the Rockets' favor. Jackson steps up and knocks down this three, and on the very next play, he finds himself in the same position, dringing another three, sending Savage Arena into a frenzy. The Rockets would go on to win 57-54.
It's amazing when you stay together and stay positive how things can happen. And let's face it, I'm not sure we win this game tonight without an unbelievable crowd.
Toledo will be back in action tonight against Ball State in Muncie, Indiana. It's been quite some time since a Toledo native has played for the Rockets, but Chris Darrington has had quite the homecoming.
After graduating from Scott High School in 2015, Darrington started off his college career at Vincennes Community College. 2 years later, he transferred to the University of Tennessee, where he played 25 games and averaged 2 points a game. But being far from home and not playing as often were big selling points for his return to the Glass City.
It's been fun. It's been exciting, to be able to play so much basketball at different places, different levels. It's been fun. I've been being away from Toledo for 3 years. That was hard.
Darrington has been Toledo's sixth man, averaging 15 minutes and 9 points a game off the bench. Coach Todd Kowalczyk says Darrington has certainly contributed to this year's successful season.
Well, having a guy come off the bench that brings energy and has that scoring mentality and a scoring punch is valuable.
Although transferring from school to school can be tricky, Darrington says he's had great help from all of his advisors at every institution. He is on pace to graduate in May with a bachelor's in communication.
I'm proud of him, the fact that he's going to graduate on time if he passes all of his classes, which I assume he will, and he's going to represent our institution the right way.
Thanks, Alyssa. That's it for UT 10 News. Catch us back from break live at noon on Tuesday.
For Kaylee Loofborough, Alyssa Norden, and all of our crew, I'm Marla Goatee. Have a safe and happy spring break.